It is allergy season for me. The beginning of the year and like into spring, it's for me, it's filled with like sinus pressure and allergies. Like I always feel like something's happening. So that's why I want to talk to you about a tool that I like to use when I have symptoms or to manage symptoms, and that is a sinus rinse or neti pot, whichever one that you have. So I have like a neti pot looking thing at my house, but my husband, because like it's probably not like the best idea to use somebody else's neti pot, my husband uses like a squirt bottle thing. Okay, so I actually didn't start using this until 2020, even though I've always told people that they were a good idea. I had never done it. It seemed like a weird thing to me. But sometimes you just got to try things to get rid of your sinus pressure or whatever's going on. So I tried it and I absolutely love doing them now. It really makes me feel better and it really helps manage a lot of my allergy symptoms, and especially when I get swollen, like my nose is stuffy. That usually means there's some edema in your nasal passages. So when I can't breathe out of my nose, this is what I usually do. But some people might have some questions, and if you get a neti pot or like some kind of squirt bottle at the pharmacy or drugstore, wherever you go, the packets on it comes with these little packets, and it's kind of like a saline solution. So there's some minerals like electrolytes in there, and you're supposed to put that in with warm water. And I wouldn't do my due diligence if I didn't tell you to use distilled water. And distilled water is important because there's no organisms in it. It's distilled. There's nothing in it. There's no electrolytes. There's nothing. And keep in mind that it's easier to use warm tap water than it is to warm up some distilled water. And I understand that, but keep in mind that your digestive system is more capable to handling the organisms that are in your tap water better than your nasal passages. Okay. So, when you get your packets, there's like these packets to put in the solution. It will say use 1 for an isotonic solution or use 2 for a hypertonic solution. And if you don't know what that means, I'm about to tell you. So, reasons why you might want to do a sinus rinse: if you have a lot of allergies, if you have extra mucus, extra snot up in there, if you can't breathe through your nose, so you have a stuffy nose, if you have sinus pressure, those are all great reasons to do a sinus rinse. Now, when should you do 1 packet and when should you do 2? Well, if you're using it to help you maintain and keep your allergies to a minimum, so you want to clean out the dirt and the dust and whatever you're breathing in that just kind of lands in there. If you want to just clean that out and rinse it out, just use 1. And an isotonic solution means that it is the same osmolarity as your insides. So it has the same number of electrolytes in it, basically. So it's really just gonna clean things out. Okay. Now, a hypertonic solution means that there is more electrolytes or more minerals in the solution that you're shoving through your nasal passages than there are in your body. So what your body's response will be is to let go of some of the fluid from the body to that solution to make them even, because your body wants to even things out. So when you want to use a hypertonic solution, or when you want to use 2 packets of solution, is when you have a stuffy nose and sinus pressure. And that is because when you have that stuffy nose and the sinus pressure, your nasal passages are inflamed and they have there's inflammation in there and you want to get rid of that fluid. Okay, so you can breathe easier, so you reduce that swelling. So that is how you do it. So isotonic, if you're cleaning out, if basically a clean out, maintain, or if you have a lot of extra snot. And then if you have a swollen, stuffy nose or sinus pressure, that's when we're going to use 2 packets or the hypertonic solution. I hope this makes sense. I know that sinus rinses are kind of weird, but they are actually very helpful, and I hope that you choose to utilize them. Have a good spring.